It was just so cool to see the diversity that we had. We have people from 53 different nationalities and races here. We're open to everyone, and that really pleased me.
I would just keep meeting amazing, remarkable people in this area who had so much to offer but didn't ever feel that they were welcome to a lot of these hackathons. And I said, I think I want to be in a position to change that.
MIT and the Media Lab are both really interested in outreach and openness, bringing what we do to the world, and this is a way of getting MIT people and Media Lab people involved with people from the community and people from companies to take part in this innovation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second Reality Virtually Hackathon begins right now!
The reason why we came to this event is simply because of the quality of developers that come from around the world that want to experience a hackathon around this immersive technology, but at MIT, which is kind of the epicenter around technology in the whole world where all this stuff gets created.
No one's really going to be able to tell the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality and the rest of the application. It's just going to be part of the way we do things.
I've been working on healthcare research. We're planning to look on how we can apply technologies for eradicating blindness, which can impact people around the world.
What we're creating is an augmented reality application that superimposes clothing patterns and stencils over fabric so that you can make your own clothing.
The app that we're going to build is a tool for developing memory and using our environment, our physical real world, as a tool to put things everywhere you want. And in order to remember them, we attach associations with real physical objects from the world.
What we're actually building is brain-powered ads, essentially. I like to think of this more as an integration of thought into your daily life. So basically the idea of what we're putting together is the data that comes from the Emotive headset in a process called neuroreplication basically creates like a virtual version of you that votes as to whether or not an ad would be appropriate. And then that determines what actual ads you get shown, which then hopefully become ads you care about.
It's just covering the whole gamut with the amazing hacks in healthcare, the amazing, remarkable hacks in storytelling and machine learning, and that's what makes it a lot of fun.
We mapped all the instruments that are sitting inside the orchestra so you can actually control every single instrument in the orchestra as you go along. So if you point out to the direction where the violin's supposed to sit, you can control only the violins. If you go between them, you can control two instruments at the same time. And that's basically the job of the conductor, to say and to control everything that is going on.
It's a very exciting time for VR and AR. VR is going to be just as big and just as powerful as the concept of the mobile phone app, and we think we can catalyze that with an event like this.
When I look at a future in which we think that there will be 50 billion devices and all of these Internet of Things devices, all these sensors and this tremendous amount of data, I think one of the main questions to ask is, what are we optimizing for? Why do we need this information? And how do we marry that information to the real world so that we can see an overlay of it and start to use feedback loops and actually see where things are going?
I'm really excited about mobile AR. I think consumers are going to be very well aware with what augmented reality is, and very soon they're going to be walking around and immersing themselves in augmented realities.
Healthcare is one of the important applications where you could apply AR and VR, where you can assess these diseases, how it is at week 1, week 10, whether the drug is working or not. It can be used for brain tumors, it can be used in various other stages where you can assess these diseases and interpret at early stage.
What we're trying to do with Meta is really understand how the brain works. We actually have a team of neuroscientists actually understanding of how the brain is programmed to extend our human cells with augmented reality. And now we're actually seeing this in use and in practice, where people are understanding how the brain can actually function to use this technology to push us all forward.
I think with all the big players now finally embracing augmented reality, we're going to see more and more applications that are relevant to regular people. Everybody, every day, uses Google to look up information about things that they're interacting with. With augmented reality, it could be as easy as, hey, what's that thing? Point your device at it and get all of this information about what it is. Augmented reality will become a window for understanding everyday objects.
Social VR games and applications where everybody can come together. I think we're going to see a big boom of that in the next year or two as the technology advances.
At the end of the day, this has become more of a mixed reality wearables environment, as opposed to people stuck at a desktop using a VR device, and hopefully we'll do it sooner rather than later.
I hope that in next years teams are going to develop some amazing and really small and compact devices. So hands-free, no mobile phones, no screens.
I think there's a big future in machine learning and haptic feedback devices. So you're at a certain temperature, or your brain's at a certain valence, or whatever, haptic feedback device picks that up and adjusts your experience in real time. I think machine learning has got a big place in AR, MR, and VR.
I think in the near future, we'll understand these digital goods as just as important as the physical world. What a different world this can be when we actually don't have to rely on natural resources, but we can actually look at the abundance of what things could be digital, and that could be a whole game changer for the world as a whole.
I think we're going to start seeing more people adopting virtual reality through Windows MR by simply bringing it into their home, for their kids, for their family, and you're going to start seeing like VR going more mainstream.
It's just phenomenal. Someone who's young will have a different viewpoint about a problem to solve versus someone who has the wisdom and experience of having lived longer. And women will have a different experience than men, and they can bring something to the table. It's good because people learn about each other and get away from some of the implicit biases.
The amount of energy that you can feel from these people working together, it really makes a statement of how if you embrace diversity and make it happen, it works.
Music Bed. Music Bed.
Well, today we are here in Cambridge and we are doing the first ever Hemophilia Hackathon.
The Hemophilia Healthcare Hack is an event where MIT Hacking Medicine is working with CSL Behring and the NHF to develop solutions that improve the quality of life for the hemophilia community. Friday night we had pitching, which is an event where we allowed patients and community members to talk about the pain points that they have. And then after the event, we have a setting where we allow community members and patients to talk to each other, mingle with each other, and form teams revolving around a problem.
There were 37 different problems presented.
A lot of the problems that were pitched were problems that we've heard about over the years, but just having a fresh set of eyes on what some of those solutions could be, I think is really, really important.
So Saturday is where the bulk of hacking happens.
Teams are coming together, they're asking a lot of really good questions, and they're really starting to break down and move towards solutions.
There's Post-it notes all over the walls. It almost looks like wallpaper in some of these rooms right now.
You can just feel the excitement rising. You can hear people's voices increasing. And so I think people are really excited to be making a difference.
All too often we sit in rooms with a lot of people that have had a lot of similar experiences, and just being able to bring people coming from different functional areas within the community to look at something differently is really powerful and really helpful.
We have people from different nationalities, different countries are here, many different age groups.
Patients, caregivers, engineers, computer scientists, and business developers.
And that convergence of background and thinking is what will bring the best ideas forward.
I'm really excited to see what the final pitches look like and ultimately, who wins.
So on day 3, participants come in and are ready to pitch what they've worked on this weekend. They have 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes they have to talk about what the problem is, what the solution is, and how they actually plan to implement this. And then awards are given accordingly.
I think as a group we were looking for a good combination of presentation, innovation, and the business application. How could it really happen?
Our winner of our first place prize goes to
Infuser.
I'm honored, absolutely honored to be a part of it. I think it's incredible. We have unique opportunities in our community and to be able to partner with some really great folks. CSL Behring being one of those and MIT Hacking Medicine being another one. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Our relationship with the NHF over the years has been really great, and this is just another opportunity for us to focus on what's important to both of us, and that's the patients.
As a patient, you know what it's like, and you can make your situation better, but that chance to help make someone else's situation better, that's a privilege, and that made it all worthwhile.
I love being able to collaborate with people from outside the community who brought a different perspective and expertise to the table as we were trying to work out solutions to problems. So it was a great experience, exhausting but fantastic.
I'm really excited to be a part of this. I've never been at a hackathon, and now I think it's a great way of thinking.
To be involved in such a unique process that has the potential to impact so many lives, I feel blessed to be part of it.
A lot of times when you live with a chronic illness, because no one's familiar with it, because no one ever says your disease name on TV, because you never see it written down anywhere, you feel very isolated. And this was a demonstration of, I exist, I am important, I can contribute.